All right, you guys, welcome to another edition of So You Want to Be an Entrepreneur, where we're interviewing real business owners about the ups and downs of being a business owner. On today's episode, you're going to talk to the owner of a women's gift shop.
Hi, my name is Daphne. I'm the owner of House of Windsor, and we've been in business for 28 years. Born in England, both my husband and I, hence the name of the store, House of Windsor. Worked as a legal secretary in Los Angeles, raised a family, and ended up wanting to get involved in interior design, so I opened up a little store in Rancho Cucamonga. And that's how we started 25 years ago. I do not. My mom and dad went through World War II in England, and so they just were factory, I don't say just, but they were factory workers. And but I always liked interior designing. I enjoy art. So when the opportunity came knocking, which came through the way of being fired, I thought, you know what, I'm going to open up my own little store. And that's how we started, in a tiny little store in Rancho Cucamonga on Foothill Boulevard. And eventually it grew into 3 stores. We had 3 stores at one time. Our second one was here in Monrovia, and the third was out in Pasadena by the Cheesecake Factory. And then we got tired. So we closed 2 of them and kept this one, which was the larger one. I had a partner because it takes a lot more money than you think it takes to start a business. And probably the only thing that I would recommend anybody that wanted to be an entrepreneur would be not to have a partner. I would say go to a bank and take out a loan, because you both have equal shares, and yet the interesting thing is you both have very different ideas, whether it be customer service or product that you carry or store policies, anything, and you both think you're right. And so, especially with women, heads bang, and it's not a good idea. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, truly, it's good to own your own business. Now, I have a husband, he's my partner, but my husband defers to me. In every sense of the form. I hate to say that. He controls my spending. Other than that, he controls nothing. You know what? I backed off this past year. We lost my mom and dad. And so I started to realize I needed to spend more time with family. So I now work part-time. Part-time was last night till 9 o'clock. But normally right now I work 3 to 4 days a week. That's all I work. But in the beginning, it was 6 days a week and late nights. But you know, you have the energy to do it, and it feels good to do it, and it's lovely to work in a atmosphere where 99% of the people that walk in the door are happy. It's a pleasant atmosphere. You're surrounded by beautiful things and lovely music, and so it's almost more fun to be at work than it is to be at home. When we started our store, we decided we needed a mission statement, and it was and always has been to honor God and to bless and serve others. I feel very much in life when you care enough about other people and your heart's in the right place where God would want it to be, whatever you do will thrive. And I think that's the only reason we're around today in the economy that we're in a world of people ordering online. When your priorities are set like that, it has worked, and it's worked for that reason. And every new person that we interview, I always tell them there's a reason they came through that door. I know God sends them through our doors. And so we've hired people that have gone through university and worked their way through until they got their careers. And we hire ladies that are retired and just want something fun to do. So, but that's always been our mission statement. You know, the interesting thing about the overhead is most people think when you sell a certain amount of dollars in a day that you're just going to put it in your pocket and take it home. And it doesn't quite work that way. Generally, you net about 3% of what you sell. because there's so many expenses involved. Probably my biggest wish would be for government to get out of the pockets of business, small and big. They need to do that. They've not done that. And so they tax you to such an extent that it's hard to stay in business. And I'm hoping that's going to change the next few years. It's just probably the joy that you get in a day. I think you're really blessed if you get the opportunity to do in life something that you look forward to doing. I get out of bed and I'm happy that I'm coming to work today, and I don't think there's a lot of people that have a joy like that. I always told my kids when we were raising them, whatever it is that you do, you're going to spend so much of your life there. You need to love it, and if you don't love it, move on. The biggest challenge has been the internet shopping. People think, and I get it, I don't internet shop, but my husband does. I get the convenience of picking up your phone and just pushing a button and ordering something. What people don't realize when they do that is they didn't walk into the store that's in their community and buy it. And the more you don't buy in those little stores, the more little stores will go out of business. As they go out of business, the property value of your town will go down, of your home that you own, because little towns like Sierra Madre and Monrovia and Upland, they'll get boarded up, the stores will, eventually. They'll either turn into a service industry, which would be something you can't buy. You have to go in to get your nails done or your hair done or get your dry cleaning done. But as far as going into the store and having a shopping experience, women buy by touch. We like to touch. And that's going to be gone if people don't learn to start shopping in their local little stores. I think you learn by your mistakes. You know, we all make mistakes. Probably my biggest mistake was having a partner. Not that she was bad and I was good. It was a huge learning thing for me that I needed her to do what I thought she could do, and we needed equal amounts of money. But again, that's a big mistake because her way wasn't my way. I always believe that the customer is right, even when they're not, and you make the customer happy. And that's what brings people back in. And she had a different belief. And so that was probably a big learning thing for me. The difference you make in people's lives, touching people's lives, it feels good. It just does. Yes.
All right, so what can we learn from today's episode? So one, choosing the wrong business partner can be extremely detrimental to the growth of your business. Even though you both have equal shares of the business, when ideas, values, and policies are debated, there needs to be a compromise in order for the business to succeed. Two, having a solid mission as to why you're in business is important. But also understanding why you're in business is just as important, if not more important, than the product and service that you sell. The mission will help the entrepreneur stay focused and will help the business get through the tough times. And three, as an entrepreneur, always understand the upside and the downside of the industry that you've chosen. This way, you can prepare for the downside and always capitalize on the upside. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching another episode of So You Want to Be an Entrepreneur. Don't forget, like it, share it with a friend that wants to be an entrepreneur, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, we have to get you from employee mindset to entrepreneur mindset. Again, I'm Chris Muzan. I'll see you guys soon.